We're not your typical internet guys. Look where I am. Typical internet guys don't come up here. My favorite thing about Northern Nevada is it just has a lot to offer, from Tahoe in the summer to the ski resorts in the winter, the outdoors, the off-roading. And then Reno, Tahoe in general is a great place. There's plenty of places to go out to dinner. There's constantly shows and live concerts. Any event, I mean, you talked about like hot August nights, the rib cook-off, the balloon races. It has everything really, but the coolest thing is it's still a small town feel. I remember being on top of Mount Rose years ago. It was like 90-mile-an-hour winds, just blizzard. We had to get up on top and try to unscrew this radio plate to fix this radio. And when you pull your gloves off, your hands would freeze in 5 seconds. You have to put them back on. And me and Mike Trim were up there, and we looked at each other, and we realized there was 3 people offline. And we're like, we could die. It's not worth it. But we finished. But seriously, that was insane. I've never been through anything like that before. It was just stupid.
You guys almost died, so people have to keep watching Netflix.
Exactly. I'm Garry Gomes. Started SkyFiber Internet about 18 years ago. Since that time, we started obviously one customer, I think up in the Highlands maybe. But I've been plugging along for 18 years. Waiting for the technology to catch up with the idea we had of bringing internet to rural places in Nevada that didn't have any internet. And now it's literally bigger than I could have imagined. We're all over northern Nevada and eastern Nevada. And we're in some remote places, sometimes places like this. Yeah, it's an amazing team actually. Full of a lot of young people and all the way up to old people like me and my brother. The motto is we give a damn, to differentiate us from the big companies like the cable company or the phone company, because in the past, as we've all experienced ourselves, when you call these people for help, it's not like calling a person, it's just like calling a company. And everybody from the sales department support to the techs in the field, they'll go the extra mile for the customer, and that's what it's about. You know, giving a damn about the customer, because we still think that's important and you can build a business behind it. People will pay more to get treated right. And that's kind of where it came from originally. I have a mouse pad that says on the top, we give a damn, and very faded out gray it says, but we don't give a f. You know, okay. Meaning, if you're gonna treat us like we're not gonna put up with it. Because customers can be hard to deal with, and 99.9% of them are great and reasonable, but there's always that one crazy that just goes off on employees, and I tell them, fire them. If they're gonna treat you bad, don't put up with it. Don't put up with somebody yelling at you or demeaning you. It's bullshit. I always wanted to have a company that's more like family than a bunch of employees and employers and bosses.
No! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I'm Dana Gomes. I'm the owner's brother. Do a lot of the maintenance on the vehicles. Take out the trash, which I don't enjoy at all. Well, all the workers are pretty cool here, and some of them are a little pain in the ass, but that's typical with the business, you know what I mean? And the environment's real good here. And my brother has a kind heart.
NDOT officials are also worried about the conditions. They've been causing some big problems on Interstate 580 and 395 alternate south of Reno all day long. And we have Alexandra Ray in Washoe Valley with the latest on this, battling the wind. Alexandra, windy tonight, huh? Look at that.
Yeah, Landon, you're not kidding. This wind is no joke. Officials say I-80 all the way from Mount Rose all the way to East Lake is completely closed down. No one should be coming
I went to Jill Eden's like two, maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, you're the man. That's where you're going.
All right.
You're a volunteer.
I guess I am.
Is that's all dirt road, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty bad up there.
Well, looks like they got stuck. He said he got stuck. It was getting too deep, so he turned around. And on the way down, bam, he hit a hole.
Yeah. Gonna have to get a snow cap. There's dirt right over there. Oh. I don't know, man.
We're going to get a snowcat potentially. We'll see if it's worth what the guy says. It's like 20 years old, but it looks like it's in immaculate condition. And the only reason we're doing that is we already had an incident this winter that we couldn't get up to a tower because the snow was too deep for our side-by-sides with tracks. And doing all the different work we're doing all over Nevada for mines and different businesses, it's critical that we are able to get up to the top in the middle of the winter to service the clients. So we're gonna have to pull the trigger and get something that gets us up there. So this guy's up in Fallen Leaf Lake. He's had this thing garaged for 20 years. It only has 170 hours on it. So hopefully that's what we need. If so, Brady's got a trailer behind us and we're gonna take it back with us. And then we're gonna have some fun with it. I said I have no change for this truck. So, and it's fairly steep coming out. So it could be interesting. We might need to use the snow cap. We might have to buy it just to get out. Maybe that's their plan.
Get them stuck in here and then leave.
Yeah, those idiots will bring their truck in and they'll have to buy the cat to get out. Or starve to death.
We still got like 30 almonds left. We can ration it between ourselves.
3 days later, they're down to their last almond. They're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it. I don't know. It's kind of cool not even moving.
I already like it.
I'm Gary.
Gary, nice to meet you.
Me too.
So what do you guys think?
Well, like John said, the tracks are new.
She's in great shape, man.
It's clean.
We're looking for something. We have a couple side-by-sides with tracks. And they were trying, we have to go up to towers and shit.
Oh, okay.
And when the snow gets too deep, we don't stay on top of it with those. 2 feet of fresh powder, they just get high centered. Where this, because it has so much surface area, it'll just stay on top.
We just didn't want anything, we wanted something you can actually tow around and,
Yeah, that's the nice thing is it's only 8 feet wide, so you don't have to take the tracks off to get it on a trailer.
Exactly. That or that.
Good trade.
I guess I'm not getting a Tesla. We're doing stuff now we couldn't have dreamed of 5 years ago. Wireless is just a different technology to get there, so a lot of our business will be customers that may have fiber or even a cable modem that want a redundant backup, because everybody goes down sometimes. And some businesses nowadays, they can't afford to be down at all, so they need 2 connections. Like say a hospital, they have connections from building to building, different parts of town, and the technology nowadays, you can shoot 10 gigs, 5 miles, 6 miles, which is crazy.
I might just have to fucking keep pulling and see what happens.
We'll get this guy swapped out with the 60 gig and then I'll be aiming it in over to the GSR. The line is already ran for this install, so yeah, basically all we have to do is get a new power supply in there and swap the dish. is a special dish we're putting up for them. So
Why are they getting a special dish?
just to handle a bigger speed package. Okay. So it's like the 100 by 100 speed packages for businesses. We try to get them on like a specific system. If they're not tapped straight into like the fiber that's ran underground from like Spectrum or AT&T, they're usually just having slow speeds with their old company, or either their company going down multiple times and then nobody can respond. And it's like, you can't really run a business like that, you know? These can link up to basically a gig, so they can have speed tests to like 900 by 900 type of deal. So yeah, these ones definitely push a lot more.
Yeah, how long have you been working for SkyFiber?
About 3 years now, almost 3 years. Definitely a different type of job. Teaches you multiple different skills, because I mean, it's more than just, I would say, mounting a dish. You got to figure out how everything can line up as one. You have to figure out how to penetrate houses specifically. Like, there's a lot to it, but once you get going, it definitely teaches you a lot of like life skills you can take with you for sure. Once I swap this, I'll call Nige and tell him to plug it in so I can start aiming it while I'm up there already. You're all good to plug it in? Yeah, just that little orange port on that hex router. Antenna alignment. Usually, I try to get this guy to say 100%. My name is Michael. I'm 22 and I've been working for the company for about 3 years now.
I think I like everybody here. My best friend is Jason. He's my buddy.
Today we're going up and trying to turn power on up on top of the Mount Rose building so we can get the internet back up. Right now, the NV Energy has been off for almost 20 hours or more. So, and I don't know when they're coming up. So we have to go set a generator. So the trick on backing these off is watching your track to your rail edge so you know you're going out nice and straight. We have still no power. So I'm gonna set up a generator, pop a hole into the building, and we should be getting ready to go. And the only reason I'm doing this is so I can get an extension cord in the building without leaving a door open. This is your government right here at its best. This is they use us once every decade. That's it. These are just tenants that rent space from us, and then we have to bug them to pay us. Well, they're a little slow on things, but you know, once the billing gets squared away every year, they just pay. So I'm acting as house power to supply the inverter to charge the battery system. This thing just kicked right on. That means these batteries were spared and they shut off at 40 volts, and that protects all the batteries.
Because batteries are expensive.
Batteries are expensive, those things are expensive. Customers being down are expensive.